What's up, everyone? It's Perry here at New York Comic Con 2025. My final interview at the convention, a special one. I'm so hyped for Mortal Kombat 2. An early congratulations on your movie. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Got a whole lot of questions. Ed, you're getting my very first one because you've seen this game get adapted quite a few times at this point. So I'm basically wondering what makes this experience different. What is something about the collaboration or maybe just watching the project evolve that is like nothing you've seen before?
Well, the previous Mortal Kombat movie was the first one that was rated R. So it is unabashed Mortal Kombat. Double that, and then you have this movie. It's pretty crazy. It absolutely lives up to what fans are going to be expecting, demanding of Mortal Kombat. We have the tournament, which is a big request from fans, and it will absolutely satisfy.
I want to know one thing that surprised you. Even as one of the people who started this all, can you tease something in Mortal Kombat 2 that made even you go like, my God, I never realized that was going to be that good or that powerful?
The opening sequence in the movie is, I don't think I've seen it yet and not cried. It is intense. It punches you in the face. And it's absolutely, is the best way to start it, but the rest of the movie just lives up to it. It's such a powerful opening scene.
That's a good tease. I'll take it. Jeremy, I'll come your way now. I love hearing how projects evolve every single step of the way. So can you tell me what is the biggest difference between draft one of this screenplay and the final shooting script that then went into production?
Oh my God. I think my first draft of this before I showed it to anyone was something like 178 pages, which is, a good 70 pages too long. We've got a cast of about 20 characters here. So there's a lot of balls to sort of juggle. And it became a process of really drilling down to whose story is this, which characters are we following, who are we getting emotionally invested in, and then just making sure every fight really lives up to fan expectations and every single fight is showing the audience something different and something new.
I'll follow up with a two-part question because you mentioned how many characters this movie has. Going into the writing process, what character were you most excited to write for, to flesh out their story? But then the other half, can you name a character that wound up being more creatively fulfilling to write than you ever could have imagined?
You know what? I would say Johnny Cage was the one who I expected going in. I'm like, Cage is Cage. He'll be fine. He'll be easy. Everyone kind of knows Johnny. And I really fell in love with the character as I was writing it. I kept kind of finding new depths and new interesting things. So then when we got Karl to play it, he kind of elevated that character so far beyond what I ever sort of even dreamed it could be.
Karl, before I jump to you, Simon, I want to come your way to continue with like the evolution of these two movies. Can you tell us, or tease for us at least, something you managed to accomplish in film 2 only because you did a certain something in film 1? You took a big swing there, and now you were able to up your game in this new movie.
Thank you for that question. That's a good question. So the goal was always, as soon as Mortal Kombat 1 came out, my goal was to make Mortal Kombat 2 feel like the opening of Mortal Kombat 1. So it was Mortal Kombat 1's opening that I was so proud of, and everything kind of fell into place and landed, and it had the emotion and it had the power and the kind of the fun as well, but it had the depth of character. And so I thought, okay, that's the goal. That is what I learned, and that is what I need to make an entire film out of for the next film.
Yeah. I like that there. It's a good tease. I can't wait to see. All right, Karl, I'm coming your way with my Johnny Cage question. So I feel like this is true whenever you join a big franchise, but in particular with a fan favorite character like yours, you get cast. Maybe people have something to say about it. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, though. What matters is that you believe to your core you are this character. So it was making me wonder, what is the very first thing you did, either in prep or on set, that made you stop and go like, I am Johnny Cage?
Wow, that's a great question. Well, for me, I feel very blessed to have been given such a wonderful script by Jeremy, because what he wrote was really a truly three-dimensional character that you really feel for and you empathize for, because the Johnny Cage that we discover in this movie is not the sort of bombastic, cocky Johnny Cage that we're all used to, and that we all love in the games. This is a character who is downtrodden, has dispirited, his career is in the tank, he's neglected his martial arts skills, and it's this very juncture that he gets called upon by Raiden and Sonya to defend Earth in Mortal Kombat. And to me, I just thought that was such an incredible, fertile place to start. The character has a wonderful humanity and a wonderful vulnerability. He's real. So in that aspect, it was very easy to become Johnny and to get on board with his journey.
When it comes to the stunt work, what is more difficult, playing a character who knows their stuff when it comes to fighting and has a very refined style, or someone who hasn't trained for a long time and maybe needs some work?
That's a great question. It's a little frustrating because if you're playing a character who used to be able to fight really well and then is currently not in the best shape, and the fight's not necessarily going as well as you'd hoped, it's a challenge to play, because you just want to be better. But I think, for me, one of the most fun elements of playing Johnny was just tracking the evolution of that. Not only, Johnny's journey, internally as he sort of, comes to terms with who he is and the failures of his life, but then really sort of galvanized towards a new objective. And, I guess we were all very blessed we had such a great stunt team on this and a great martial arts team that helped us look good.
Based on what I've seen thus far, I'd believe it. Adeline, Tati, I'm going to come your way now. I fear other people are asking you this, but I can't help it. I was a big Sabrina fan, so the fact that you two are back together in this makes me so incredibly happy. How did that come to be? Was it one big coincidence, and how did you feel when you realized the other was in this movie?
I haven't actually told. I've been refraining from telling this story because I was
Give me
like,
the
when's
story?
the right time?
Now.
Now we have to do it.
We'll give it to you.
So you go.
Okay. Well,
Actually, it's better if I like it from your perspective.
Okay. Well, let's start with you. Tati had been attached to the project.
Yeah, I had been hired.
cast.
I had been cast as Jade, and I did not yet know who my Kitana was going to be. And so
And my casting process was a little bit longer. I had gone out for it, and it took a month or two or whatnot, and we had a couple of sessions, and I think there was one point where I had a director session with Simon which I'm very grateful, which doesn't always happen. He gave me, a whole hour over Zoom to do these 3 scenes and whatnot, and I think we were trying to find that character, and I hadn't heard back in a bit, and so, I had my green card appointment lined up in Germany, and I was going to go submit my passport to the embassy until I wake up in Germany and I get a text from Tati saying, "Hey, congrats on Mortal Kombat." And I hadn't heard again from my team in a month. And so before replying, I text my agent. I'm like, "Hey, Mortal Kombat, that didn't go my way, right? I'm not," but he's like, "Damn it, who told you?" I was like, "What?
Sorry.
Did I
So
book?"
sorry.
I kid you not. Tati told me I booked Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Before my team called me to let me know that it had come around. And then they were like, "You cannot give your passport to the embassy. You have to come." I was like, "What about my green card?" But also, thank God. Thank you for hiring me. So yeah, that's how that
love
came.
this.
So it's a dream, to answer your question. It's been a dream
truly a dream.
to get to work together again, to find out in this way.
Yeah,
And,
it was
yeah.
really beautiful.
I'll add one more layer to this, because obviously you go into this project having worked together and knowing how talented the other is, but can you tell me something you saw the other do on this set that made even you stop and go, "My God, I knew you were good. Never realized you were going to be capable of that"?
Watching Adeline do stunt work was, and just her level, how committed she was to it. She wanted, I come from a martial arts background. Addie did not. But seeing the way that she just took to it, and she was so determined to get every move right, to make it look good. She wanted to practice at home at the end of every day. And that I just, beamed in seeing once it was all finished and seeing, I was like, "You smashed that." Yeah, you absolutely smashed that. So yeah.
For Tati, this is the thing. You meet Tati, you see her even offset, and how can you not think she's a star? I think nothing really surprised me. I've always known how talented she is, how incredible she is, inside and out. And I think what was so lovely about seeing her play Jade is that I feel like all of her strengths came together in this character, and it was so beautiful to get to see her shine and show all of her skill sets in this movie. And then also, again, for us to be able to really tap into our sisterhood, not just, you know, as our friendship outside of the movie, but as these characters was, I don't know, you know, Tati would do this really cute thing where before we would do our scenes, she would lock in with me. We'd just hold hands and she would just look into my eyes and we would just be like, all right, are we ready to lock in and do this? And yeah.
Yeah, the level of safety to be able to
For
have
sure.
with a person like that in scenes is, I don't know, I have no words for it really. So I feel very grateful and very lucky to have had this experience with
I love
Adeline.
hearing about techniques like that all the time. Just like taking a moment before film, like especially when you're doing stuff as ambitious as you do in this movie. Martyn, we spoke at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
I wanted to follow up on something we were talking about for Red Sonya, but now apply it to this movie. So we're discussing, and this is something that you had said, that the bad guys you play have that Martin-esque arrogance about them and grandeur. So I want to revisit that, but as it applies to Shao Kahn here, can you tell me something about that traditional quality that you bring to a role that helped you make this version of Shao Kahn uniquely your own?
Yeah, no, I absolutely feel I brought so much of my own personality into the character, but also I have a massive thank you to say to Simon. And I'll tell you why. He taught me how to slow everything down in such an overpowering costume. And that clicked and stayed with me. And you were just talking about having techniques, and you enjoy listening to people talk about that. I feel for me, I've always played big characters, but this was such a challenge for me to play because the face was covered. And you kind of lose your trick sometimes with your face being covered. You kind of feel like you have to do something, but you're not quite sure what. And obviously, Simon having such a clear eye and vision and knowledge. And I remember one day he came over to me and he just said, "If you move slow and controlled and don't move back, it's so powerful." And I do honestly believe that's why the character comes across so well in the scenes on some of the scenes we shot, because it was just that stillness and the pacing of the slightest of movements that allowed the true power and the fear to come through.
Cannot wait to see you be like an utter force in that role. I've been looking forward to it for a long while now, but in particular since our last chat, and now having seen the teaser full trailer now. Before I have to let you all go, Karl, you know I have to ask one question about the boys, and I know you're not allowed to tell me any specifics, so I kind of wanted to ask a question that leans into having this long run on a show like The Boys and then having it come to an end because season 5 has wrapped. Looking back on it, what is something that now makes you think I am better off as an actor for having been a part of The Boys for so long?
Yeah, I do feel that. I feel not only better off as an actor, but really more importantly, better off in my life for having those people in my life, for having the Jack Quaids and the Tamir Capones and the Laz and Eric Kripke and just everybody, and just having those wonderful people in my life and being able to collaborate with them on something so crazy and to have it sort of really find an audience and be so loved and appreciated. And you know, we had such a blast shooting the final season, and I can't wait for it to get out there and for the journey to be complete.
I get really hyped to see a good show, but then I love getting to meet the people behind the scenes and know how special they are. You had such a great group around you on that series, and I'm so excited for all of you. Before I let you go, you have the highest honors on our game here. You are ending our New York Comic-Con bracket where we are naming the best horror villain of all time. So it is down to Freddy Krueger and Pennywise, and you must all give the crown to one of the two.
Do we have to do a unanimous vote?
It has, yep.
Okay.
Majority rules here. Oh, yes. Or into the mics, but yes.
Into the
I mean, it's got to be Freddy, right?
Okay, well, Pennywise is what started my whole thing in being, I can't watch horror films.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, me too.
the original, is what.
That is next level Pennywise.
I
for me.
agree. I say Pennywise.
Yeah.
I'd go for Freddy, but I will defer to your.
Wow, that says a lot
expectations.
about you.
I will defer
I'll
as
tell you
well.
why, because just that horror of being in a dream that you can't wake up from, and being pursued by Freddy and Johnny Cage, Johnny Depp. It's on the brain, and Johnny Cage was so amazing in that movie, and that's why I'd vote for Freddy. No, but Pennywise, I do understand.
I mean, I think Pennywise is just that particular iteration too. I mean, chilling for me.
See, I didn't
Utterly
see. I
chilling.
couldn't do this one because the original one scarred me for literally for life.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah, like
hard.
It's understandable.
Yeah, but anyway, what do you reckon?
I mean, I'm surprised to find out those two were actually bad guys and in horror films. I used to watch those as a child and think they were cartoons, to be honest.
you are something else. You are something else.
We feeling good about Pennywise? Is this what's happening here?
I'm a Freddy Krueger person because he was in Mortal Kombat 9, so I kind of feel like he's like a family member. That's just me, though. I'm fine being against the majority. I can't be a majority.
Jeremy, where are you at on this?
I'm a child of the '80s. Of course, I'm Freddy's. Yeah, of course.
All right. Oh, it's three on three.
Well,
It's
that,
three
I mean
on
that's
three or
fair.
four.
That's democracy at work. I don't agree with it, but that's democracy at work. So-
Wait, hands up for Freddy. Hands up for Pennywise. All right. Freddy wins. Who wants to do the honors and move Freddy to the winning spot?
Yeah.
I think we're going to put him right here. There we go. We have finally crowned a winner. He might not stay. Oh, there we go.
That's
All
the
right.
winner, folks. You heard it here first. Well done.
I'm going to say thank you for finishing out our game. Huge congratulations on Mortal Kombat 2.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Cannot
so
wait
much.
to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks.
so
Thanks.
much.